Hello, person who randomly decided that they want to click on this video. Backgrounds, right? I'm I'm not particularly good at it. I mean, I wasn't. It's not like I'm great at it now, but I spent some time and decided that I'm not gonna be like sitting down and drawing something I'm not interested in. And I'm like, what am I interested in? So I decided to draw a few hermitcraft bases or like scenes. So without further ado, let's jump in. So the whole thing started back in January when I decided to draw the barge. It was but just by accident. I just felt nostalgic. I was rewatching Evo SMP and decided I'm gonna draw the barge from season 7 of Hermitcraft. So the techniques I use in this, like if you needed to know, but the observation I had was, I just painted the general shapes and then started rendering on it. So I started like seeing more details and shapes and shadows and stuff. Honestly, I'm not mad at how it turned out, especially that back then I did no backgrounds. Like in January, if you look back at my Instagram or Tumblr, back in January, my art was basically just drawings of characters and then like a dark background, which was just a flat color. But I'm not mad at the badge. It's cute, nostalgic. So the second attempt was like months after the first one, and honestly is the one I disliked the most. Um, I did not have enough practice, but it was fun experimenting a bit. I definitely learned something in it because for each piece I used a reference that was a Minecraft shot, and I just thought of it more of an environment than actually a Minecraft screenshot. I think that helped me a lot in the later drawings. So the Chamber of Secreters was definitely my favorite one. I actually enjoyed drawing this one. It was very relaxing. I did have a way more of a painterly approach in this one. The process was definitely more relaxing than the others. I definitely not because of what I was drawing, because the Chamber of Secrets is not as nostalgic to me as the Hobbit Halls or the Barge. I feel like it was just because I finally found like a way to do that. Although in the next one you will see that I did not really actually find a way to do backgrounds. I think it was more of the lighting. I really liked how the lighting in this one turned out. I like that the light sources are always easy to find in those screenshots I was using, because the lanterns or like other light sources are visible in the screenshots because you need to light your face up, and it's, I think, more natural for me. Then I decided to draw Gem Season 9 base. It was weird, I would say. I had trouble with the perspective because I chose a screenshot that was from the ground looking up at the castle, but then also for some reason I had some troubles with the tree. I'm not the best at drawing trees, but I never had any trouble with making it look natural. But here it just felt like a more of a weeping willow than just a normal tree. I don't know. In the end I liked it, but the trouble I had with this was making the roofs look actually like how they would look in real life, because they were made of moss. So I decided to make them more droopy, like I did with the cliffs on the Hobbit halls, and just everything just melting because of the whipping willow tree, and then the like falling roofs. Then I made a mistake, but I just decided not to cover it. Yeah, there it is. Lining the thing. It's not my favorite choice, but whatever. So I think I also learned in this little studies is using other brushes, because I'm the kind of person to only use two brushes, one with a soft edge, one with a sharp edge. But when it came to this experiment, this study, I used a lot of textured brushes, and honestly, I kind of started liking them. Um, Made my art a bit more painterly, which I really like. I like painting, so that's great for me. When drawing one of Scar's cards in his season 10 chain, I did a lot of course, experimenting with the textures, but also I did what I usually do in my full pieces, which is whenever there's a like a big spot that's one color, I just kept the same value but changed the color, which sometimes doesn't look that good. I'm not a fan of how the brown building looks, but the rest looks good, I guess. So after having a bit of practice of drawing backgrounds, I decided to finally do a scene. This time I drew something from the Life SMP, which is also one of my interests, but I truly did a me where I focused more on the characters than on the background. I decided to draw a shadow duo. I really had them in mind for a while, so yeah, and I found a pretty good reference. I think it was from the Sailor Moon anime. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen now. Um, but yeah, like there's not much talking about the background not right now because like you can tell I was more focusing on the characters. As much as this study taught me some stuff, I still decided to just focus on the characters because that's my specialty. I did finally do a scene instead of just putting a flat background, but I used to do that before sometimes, very, very rarely. It's not my favorite scene that I've drawn. My favorite has to be the one I did with Gemini, though, because I actually put more detail in the background. I focused on the water in the drawing. It really felt more, I don't know, professional. I don't know. I'm not a professional actually. So maybe the fact that the art looks a bit more beginner-ish makes it look more me. But I'm not a beginner actually. I've been doing art for years. I'm just not a professional yet because I'm not doing that for a living. I'm not doing art for a living. I really want to, but that's not what I'm doing right now. But this drawing, I'm not mad at it. I really liked it. I really like how I rendered Lizzie, but that's not the point of it, is it? The point of this was to try doing more backgrounds. You can see later on that the lighting is something I usually not do. I did rim lighting, which is, yeah, it's like a visual trick that makes everything look better, but I never actually did rim lightings before, so that was a good experimentation. It made it more of an environment than just a background, which I really liked, because like when I drew Etho and Jam, it was just characters and then a background separated. As much as I liked the background, it was just a background. And here it's more of an environment because of how I put the lighting in on the characters and on the trees. I feel like I did a better job with tying everything together. Uh, like I said, it's an environment. You can tell that the characters are in the place that is the background, not just standing in front of like a green screen. So that's a plus, I guess. I truly recommend doing this kind of study of yours too. I've been doing a lot of studies recently, trying to improve on my art, which I've already been liking for a while, but there's always room for improvement. Even if you see yourself as a professional, even if you do art for a living, it's very good to sometimes just sit down, take a sketchbook, and just practice drawing hands if you cannot draw them or if you're bad at them. I don't know, draw hands, draw feet. Maybe you're bad at backgrounds. Like, I mean, just take like a photo of your vacation. Try to redraw it. That's the lesson I want you to take with yourself, and I take with me. Just study a lot. that's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe because you may just become scarred for life.